Enfys Tarot. It is Friday, March 21st, 2025. It's time for the Friday Fast Five. That's when we ask Spirit for the who, what, where, when, why. I hope everyone had a wonderful first day of spring yesterday. We definitely got a first day of spring reading yesterday for that Third Eye Thursday. So I hope everyone was able to make the most of it. Trying to get us so we're not quite so crooked here. That's a little better. Okay. All right. So no one's in the room yet, which is, oh, there's Divine Timing. Welcome in, Divine Timing. We are going to do that Friday Fast Five. So we'll ask for the who, what, where, when, why, and then I will get into answering some questions for everyone. So let's see what's coming in. Sort of situated here. I'm feeling a little bit off. I got to get kind of centered. With me? You ready for the Friday Five? Let's do it. Good morning, Stephen Yuri. How are you? Let's see what's coming in here. Spirit, could we please have a Friday Fast Five reading for the who, what, where, when, why? Guide my hands, guide my words, clear my thoughts. If anything needs to go, let that goes into the light. We're getting there. That feels right. Who are we talking about? The star. All right, so who is at the center of your universe right now? This would be talking about you. So, and deeper with the star, it has to do with the core being of you. It's not the ego you, it's not the outside you, it is the whole core being of you, okay? That part of you that is attached to the universe by that golden thread, okay? So that is the who. We're talking about you. What? Wow. The Nine of Pentacles coming in here. Here's the what. This is about health and vitality, taking care of yourself, doing the things that are going to promote growth, okay? Where? Well, maybe not right now. So we're talking about the core you and how to best take care of that and really foster that core being of you. And it's feeling right now, the when, like there's not an opportunity for that. So let's see what this is saying. Who, what, where, that's the where. Who, what, where, when, and why. Okay. So it might seem like some of you listening are feeling like right now is not the best time or place to take care of yourself. You might be a little bit disconnected. Maybe there's too much coming at you. Maybe there's too much practical life stuff going on and you haven't been able to really center back in and connect with yourself and it's your higher self, right? It's the core creation of you. So right now, you're being asked to take some time. If you have time today or this weekend to get reconnected, probably spend some time outside. I get that feeling with the Nine of Pentacles today, is outside time would be really, really good. If you can just go for a walk by yourself or sit outside by yourself with no distractions and just re-engage with that core self, okay? That's going to be pretty important. This is about taking care of yourself. And look at these beautiful cards that all have to do with your highest good, your healthiest being, taking care and nurturing of yourself and your environment. So if you're feeling like lately you've been kind of withdrawn or down or not really energized, maybe creatively blocked, it's because this is what's needed. Okay, this is the why. So it's to get your juices kind of flowing again, get you revved up again and inspired and passionate and feeling alive. So that's our Friday five. Yeah, definitely like this page of pentacles in reverse for the wearer is telling me that something is a little bit off in terms of wherever you are right now. There's something about your, maybe your environment or your space or where you are sort of in the midst of things that is getting in your way. So see if you can sort of tease that out of it, find out if there's another space for you to go to reconnect. Or perhaps you want to clean things up, you know, take care of your environment so that you have that mental clarity, that space to go ahead and re-engage. So that's really the feeling coming through right now with the Friday Fast Five, is that it's time for re-engaging the core you by way of taking care of yourself, your environment, reconnecting with the environment outside as well, getting outside. And that's going to help sort of get the energy going, inspire some inspiration, some passion. And it's going to rebalance things. I think that lately you have perhaps not been treating yourselves fairly. I know that for so many of my viewers, you are listening to all these things that are coming on the news. There's so much going on in the world, and it's having an impact on you and the people that you're spending time with. And there's a bit of an injustice there when you're not able to connect with yourself and others because of all the outside interference. So keep that in mind. That's part of the reason why this is needed right now. Okay? So thank you, Spirit, for that Friday Fast Five. I think we all needed to hear that. I think I needed to hear that. All right, let's shuffle these and take a look at some of the questions coming in. All right, divine timing. Good morning, Stephen Uri. Good morning. Very good, or I'm trying to be. Great. All right, divine timing. There has been some conflict at work, and while it's expected, worth the type of work I do is triggering me in some ways. What advice does Spirit have for me in this situation? Okay, so there's some conflict at work, and while it's expected, worth the type of work I do, it's triggering you in some ways. Okay. Divine timing. How does divine timing handle the conflict at work right now? What's the advice for divine timing in this work situation? Advice for divine timing for the work situation, please. Some things are getting ironed out. I think that there's some stuff that's going to work itself out. That's what I'm hearing so far before I even pull the cards. Some of this is going to be ironed out. Okay, let's see. Temperance, the best way to handle the situation is to temper it. So see what you can do in terms of easing people. And if things are very hot, cool it down. And if some people are too cool, get them fired up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, kind of get everybody on the same page so that you're matching energy, but the energy shouldn't be way up here. You want to get everybody back down here so that there can be some conversation. Yeah, look, Queen of Swords coming in reverse here. It's like there's no clear answer yet. The conflict doesn't have a clear resolution yet, and people are having a hard time conversing, communicating with each other. There might be some defensiveness happening, which is one of the reasons why there might be a breakdown in communication. I think that's why the temperance is going to be so, so important here, getting everybody on the same page. And the star, be generous. If there's conflict at work, one of the ways in which you can create a tempered environment is to give where you can. And giving where you can is not self-sacrifice right now. Don't lean on self-sacrifice or self-betrayal. It's the overflow, okay? What you have to offer easily that comes from you. And what I'm hearing is this is the kind of situation where people are feeling defensive. People are feeling like they're not being listened to. And in order for everyone to get on the same page, you might need to take a role of allowing your overflow, right? So that people can see where their overflow is. Someone needs to be generous with that in order to get things started and to temper the situation. Cool it off, okay? That's going to get everybody out of this mess, okay? I think people are afraid of division and scarcity right now with this work situation. Yeah, division and scarcity are the words that are coming through. So that's another reason why people are feeling so defensive and people are not communicating with each other. Magician card coming in. You guys have all the things that you need in order to resolve this. It's just that there's a hard time seeing that right now. And that's why tempering the situation and offering your overflow are going to create the communication, the lines of communication. All right. And so everybody can see what you're working with. This is about getting everybody on the same page. And not everyone has been laying all their cards on the table because of this defensiveness. And so there's hidden information. Not like really, not everything is being communicated because of defensiveness. So you got to get all the cards out on the table so that everybody knows what you're working with in a way that's not judgmental. Okay? There needs to be like a safe space for everybody to work together. So that's what's needed to resolve that work conflict. Okay? Is there anything else you need to know? Four of Pentacles for you would suggest that you have the right idea about some things involving this conflict. You want to be generous, but as mentioned before, you don't want to sacrifice or betray yourself. You don't want to sacrifice your boundaries or your beliefs here. You able to like see the importance. There's like a fine line of letting the overflow out, creating the temperance, getting everything on the table without sacrificing what you know to be the solution. Okay? So there's your advice today. It sounds like a pretty tricky situation and a bit of a tightrope. But you've got what it takes to do this. You can do this. And I think you can really lead people out or through it. All right? So thank you for letting me read your cards today. Let me see who else. And I'm going to get this closer because I just can't quite reach. Okay. Motivational vibes. How will Charde be a great therapist for me? Thank you. Okay. Let's find out. well, the Justice card is coming out. So the first thing is that this therapist is going to have a really keen ability to identify what's needed. They're going to be able to offer you truth and perspective. It's like I'm feeling like this is a therapist that's really good at understanding where people need a little bit of boundary reestablishment. Like, you know, sometimes we have an idea and we think that things are right, and we have those ideas based on where we are on this spectrum, like where our boundaries are on this spectrum. And sometimes you need a therapist to come in and say, okay, well, wait a minute. The reason your boundary is all the way over there is because you were not given the opportunity to ever put your boundary here where it needs to be. So there's going to be some ability for this therapist to truly identify what needs to be done in order to maintain justice, to preserve justice, okay? The Chariot in reverse, the Fool in reverse, the 8 in upright, the 8 of Wands upright. So they're also going to be able to very quickly identify the areas that you feel a lack of control, and if you feel afraid to jump into things. I'm wondering if there's like an imbalance here where sometimes you might be very impulsive and sometimes you might be very reserved. And this therapist is going to be able to identify that pretty quickly, and that's probably going to assist with this justice situation. Ace of Swords in reverse, Hierophant in reverse, 10 of Wands. Okay, so where they're not going to be helpful well, it's not that they're not going to be helpful. It's that there are going to be times where you perceive that they're not being helpful because they're putting a lot of work on you. But that's kind of therapy. You know, the therapist isn't going to do the work for you. The therapist is going to give you new things to think about, new tools at your disposal, and then it's your job to practice that and decide what works for you. And a lot of times you got to come up with your own answers and then allow the therapist to give insight on those answers to see what works. And I'm seeing that, like, your therapist is going to know when to shut up. You know, they're going to know when not to say things. They're going to know when you have habits or patterns that need to be altered. And it's going to at times make you feel like they're not doing enough, but they actually are, because the job is for you to do the work, you to make the decisions, okay? And your therapist is going to do that. Going to bring up conflict. Wow. The therapist is also going to be really good at addressing and navigating conflicts that you have so that you get them to a point where they're resolved and moving past painful issues. So this therapist seems like they're going to be really good for you, for anyone. I think they're a really good therapist. There's definitely some benefit there. And you're going to have help. You don't have to do this alone. You finally will have someone that you feel is going with you, and you're not on this journey by yourself, okay? So there's the answer, motivational vibes. Good luck with that. I hope that that works out really well. It seems like it's going to be a good fit. Okay, thank you for that reading. Stephen Yuri, this is a separate situation. How does it look? Okay, let's see. Stephen Yuri has a separate situation. How does it look? Hi. We've got a little visitor. Hi. Jasper. Are you clearing away the old situation and allowing space for a separate situation? Looks hard. Looks like this is a hard thing to be doing. Definitely. Wow, you've got the 10 of Wands and then the 5 of Wands. So pretty difficult, some conflict. Then you've got the 9 of Cups. Is this protecting something? And then this is the Lovers in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, this is a separate situation. If this has to do with someone who is a love interest, I think you might not want to get involved in that. There might be someone who is looking to you for your attributes, like your tangible attributes, like your, I don't know, money or benefits, like fringe benefits. Someone is expecting you to do a lot of work and sort of there's an unfair balance here. There's someone with an expectation that they are going to get something from you or maybe and I don't think that they mean to take advantage of you. I think that they just see you as a solution for something. Maybe their way out of a problem. Like maybe they're looking to you for answers, and it might not be a good idea for you to continue. If you've been helping them, I don't think it's a good idea for you to continue helping them. I think that they could use your support, but you can't take the burden for them. Okay, I don't know if this is making sense for the situation that you're asking about, but definitely there's a lot of burden. There's conflict. You're sitting on something that is beneficial to the situation. You got to kind of protect that a little bit because there's a breakdown in a union, okay? And something needs to change in order for things to go really well and for the energy to flow in the right direction. So you might be a good system of support, but you can't do it for anyone else. So I hope that that makes sense for the question that you asked. I don't know if that makes sense for that question or if there's something else that this is talking about. But just keep the main points of these cards in mind and apply it to your situation because there's definitely too much expectation on you. And you'd be better served protecting your assets and yourself and just being supportive. Okay? So thank you for letting me read your cards today. Really hope that helped. There's some conflicting information coming through me right now, and that's why I'm having like a hard time expressing or applying. You know, sometimes I'm really good at picking up on exactly what the situation is, and this time there's a veil there. There's something not allowing me to see exactly what the situation is or how those cards pertain to it. But the message in the cards is the same no matter what, so just keep that in mind. Mystic Girl, what's coming in for love? Let's find out. What's coming in for love, Mystic Girl? What's coming in for love, Mystic Girl? What's coming in for love, Mystic Girl? Here we go. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Moving past a disappointment. Five of Cups in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. And then the World. Okay, so there's some self growth that needs to occur before you find the right love. There's something that keeps on drawing you to the wrong people. And it's based on a place of a lack of self-love or yeah, you definitely want, I'm feeling very strongly that you have been in some pretty painful situations with relationships, and those situations have affected you, and they have affected the way that you carry into new relationships, and they also have caused you to sort of pigeonhole yourself into a certain type of person that you're most comfortable around. And it's the devil, you know. And that's not what you want to do. In order for you to find the right one, you've got to be willing to break away from some of the things that are holding you down, that are blocking out love. It's like you're stopping. You have parts of you that are rejecting love and appreciation, and they're afraid because, you know, they're going to have to be vulnerable to be open to love. They're afraid to open up. They don't want to be vulnerable. So you're going to kind of keep on running into the same types of people that hurt you or take advantage of you. And they're not going to ever, it's like you're never going to be able to navigate that properly because it's not where you belong. You've got to really make a big change. It's stop trying to fix other people. Stop trying to like help other people. There's a great deal of empathy toward others in this, and a lack of empathy toward yourself, where you're very willing to sacrifice yourself in order to help others, and they're not going to let you help them. Like, they have to help themselves. Yeah, you got to look for some pretty healthy people, and you got to get healthy in terms of the way you're loving yourself. Don't be afraid to be near people who are okay. You know, like there's something like wounded bird thing going on here, like, and that's going to keep on causing problems for you. So make a big change. You're stepping into some energy right now with this World card where you're going to be offered an opportunity to be in a relationship that's really, really good, really healthy, and helps you get away from this sort of pattern. But you got to be willing to do that. You've got to be willing to accept that. And there it is. You got to be curious and willing to accept it. You got to meet new people. There's no one in your life right now that's deserving of your attention, because they're going to take too much and you're not going to be fulfilled in return. So look to someone new, okay? That's what's coming in for love for you. It's a time for a change, and that change starts with you internally. Thank you for letting me read your cards today, Mystic Girl. Good morning. D. Fountain. World peace is inevitable. Humans will continue to evolve deeper consciousness, understanding of each other and nature. 5,000 years from now, we all need to eat shrooms together to speed up our evolution. Let's do it. Everything you do is meaningless because it's not real. Sorry you feel that way. Jabbar Levitt. Good morning. It's Jabbar, and I need a lot of help to get a job in the clerical setting so I can start working again to make money so I can get back at my budget. Okay, Jabbar Levitt, let's find out what we can do to get a job in a clerical setting. What is needed for Jabbar? What are we gonna need for this? Jabbar is looking for a clerical position. They really want to get started working again. They want to get back on their budget. How do we make this happen? What is needed? Yeah, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good about this. It's like there's percolation here. There is definitely percolation. Things popping, things happening, something's in the works. So how do we speed up this process? Is there a way we can speed up this process? What does Jabbar need to get this clerical position? Make more money and start getting back on the budget. We want a healthy budget, healthy finances. There we go. Okay. Healthy budget, healthy finances, clerical. Knight of Wands in reverse. 9 of Wands in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. And the 10 of Pentacles upright. Well, don't quit, okay? There's a little bit of what I'm seeing here is that you got off to a really strong start, and maybe there's a feeling of a little bit of like, okay, why aren't things happening yet? Know that it's coming, and you want to continue putting a consistent amount of effort in here. It's like you kind of like either you started really, really quick and then wore yourself out and you weren't able to really plan everything properly, or you didn't put the time in to be strategic about it. So now you're like, okay, what's happening? Or you didn't really put enough energy into it to get you started, and more is needed. But you've got to get a plan in place. This Emperor in reverse is saying that there's something more you need to look at. Okay, so I don't know if when it comes to finding a job and you've got the Emperor, I don't know if that means you've got to look at other job websites or talk to more people or better round out your resume, or maybe all of the above. Maybe there's something you can do to enhance your skill set, but there's definitely something that isn't quite hitting the mark in terms of making everything run properly. And that has got you sort of like wiped out, like already kind of exhausted and deflated, and the wind's been knocked out of your sails. You are going to be finding the job, okay? That is coming. That's what this 10 of Pentacles is suggesting. But there are some things that you need to do, and one of them is not quit. Like, get back in there, keep on working, keep on trying different things, and see what happens, what comes from that. Judgment card. When this comes up in a career reading, sometimes it's a reminder to listen to your true calling. So if you're feeling like you have to get a clerical position, but you're not really super revved up about clerical work, it's probably going to be important for you to find a company that you feel really strongly about, that you want to support and be a part of. That's going to help you quite a long way, because interviewers recognize when people are coming in and they're just looking for a way to make money. And when people come in and they're really excited about working at a certain place. So if you feel like there are places out there that you really want to help out, try those too, okay? Because people are going to see that in you. And use very good judgment. Take another look at your resume and make sure that you've put everything in there that needs to be in there, and it's been written accurately and grammatically correct. And I would go as far as to say use like a AI, like use ChatGPT and have it assist you in writing your resume and your cover letter, and see if there are any tweaks that need to be made there. Yeah, take some time this weekend to look at that again. This Hermit card coming up is, you know, the Hermit card is really suggesting there's more to look at. There's more to do before stepping out and talking to people. So really take a look at that, okay? You've got some cleaning, and then you go out and you start talking to people. This weekend, starting now, get ChatGPT to help you revise your resume. Ask it you know, what's needed in the resume to put mine up at the top. What are the skills that are expected? Figure out if there's anything else you got to do to prepare, and then go out and resend that resume. Okay, so that's what's needed. All right. Thank you for your question. I have a lot of faith that you're going to land the job pretty soon. You have that 10 of Pentacles, and I'm feeling the energy. I'm feeling the percolation. So it's coming, but you've got some tweaks to make in order to make it happen faster. All right, thank you for that. Yes, divine timing, offering overflow is when you are feeling fulfilled, when you are feeling confident in what you have established, when you have the energy, when you have the skills that other people don't, and you're able to picture your cup. People always sort of get this metaphor a little bit mixed up when they say you can't pour from an empty cup. You're not pouring from, you're not taking your cup and pouring it out, okay? Your cup stays as it is, straight up. And you're allowing the energy to come into your cup. And once so much energy is in there, whatever is flowing over the cup, that's what you're offering. And that is how you become a steady stream of velocity and energy. That's how it happens. Trying to tilt your cup over and pour things out, then you're almost never always full, because there's this feeling of, okay, I have enough, now I'm going to let go of it. That's not how you want to do it. You want to be always full and overflowing, okay? And that's what you want to offer in this situation too. You're welcome. Hey, Ari, the beautiful Aries princess. How are you? This is a pretty entertaining thread today. Awesome. All right, Ari, the beautiful Aries princess. What do I need to know right now about my career life? Let's find out. Ari, the beautiful Aries princess. Career. What do they need to know about career? You talking long-term goals or short-term goals? Let me scroll down here, because there's a question there. Oh my goodness, I better speed it up. Look at all these people coming in here. Ari, the beautiful Aries princess, if you can let me know, are you talking long-term career goals or short-term career goals? And if I don't see a message from you in a second, I'll ask Spirit to just give us a lead card and let me know what we're talking about. Long-term or short-term career? Short-term. Okay, we're talking short-term career. The Moon, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Six of Cups reversed, the Four of Swords. Okay, so I know, like, it's suggesting that you're feeling kind of trapped right now in your career situation, and you're thinking about other opportunities, things that you'd rather be doing. Um, you might need to sort of like chill out and stay in this situation for a minute, because I think it's what's needed. Like, you got to listen to your gut on that one. The moon's coming through, but it's sort of like this is very temporary. You're not. I will, yeah, I'll take a look. I don't honestly know how to block people, and I don't want to like waste the time trying to figure it out right now. I just read through. But it's okay. Just ignore any negative commentary. It's no big deal. There's going to be some of that. So for Aries, this is short-term stuff that we're talking about right now, okay? I think your long-term career goals are going to fluctuate a little bit before you're able to establish exactly what it is you want. And so right now, you want to acknowledge that this situation is temporary. Um, and you want to sort of rest in it for a minute. Like, gain the skills that you can gain from where you are and begin maybe building your resume, like, or your CV or something, just jotting down the skills that you're picking up on in this career, this job right now. Okay? Because although you're feeling stuck because you know that there are lots of options for you, it's really, there's a lack of opportunity. People aren't handing out what you want right now. They're not, the opportunities aren't open for what you'd really be fulfilled in. So you got to kind of stay put for a minute. And what else is needed? The Devil, the Hierophant in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and then you have the Four of Wands again. Okay, you're feeling really chained to your situation right now. It's not offering you what it is that you want it to be offering you. You really do want more. You're so dissatisfied and you want to change it so that you can have some more stability. So what do you need to do? You're being told to rest right now. Yeah, don't act on anything right now. Right now is not a time for action. You got to kind of just stay put where you are. It's usually when we're being told, okay, wait, stay put, it's because something better is ahead and it's not time for you to act yet. Like, the timing needs to be right. So right now, just sort of like hang out where you are, okay? And do what you can to improve your skill set and journal that, document your skills that you're picking up on, and see what it is you like. Right now, you probably are thinking like, the world is my oyster, I could do anything, but there's this Seven of Cups energy coming through. It's like you haven't really been able to decide exactly what you want to spend your career time doing and what's going to make you the money that you want. So keep that in mind. You need a little bit more time to experience different stuff and see what it is you really want to do. And maybe that's why you're being asked to like rest on it right now. It's probably not a good time to be putting a whole lot of money into investing in like school or just kind of gauge how you're feeling. You're not in a career right now. You're in a job right now. And you're supposed to be in a job right now. Things need time to work themselves out. So touch base on that question too in a couple of weeks. As you're going through and seeing what it is, that you really want to do, narrowing it down a little bit. All right, I'm going to scroll back up here. I've missed so many. Yeah, let me see if we can. Tarot de Bord. Let's go back all the way up here. Okay. Okay, all right, I'm back up here. Okay, Aries. Okay. Thank you, Stephen. Tarot D'Amour, hi, how are you? Hi, Shivam. Tarot really is a beautiful art form. IX Easy, if you have a question, I'll read cards for you. But you got to be nice to the people in this room. Just stay single, Mystic Girl. Sassy, hello. Okay. Mishti. All right, what draws Akshat to you? What draws Akshat to you? What draws Akshat to you? What draws Akshat to Mishti? Nina. What draws Akshat to Dina? Here we go. The Sun in reverse, 9 of Pentacles upright, 10 of Pentacles upright. There's something about your subtlety. It's like you have sort of a radiance about you that just is part of you. You don't try too hard. It's like you take good care of yourself and others, and you're not trying to be loud about it, but you just sort of are radiant. You know, it's a very subtle radiance, and you make the environment around you a better place just by being in it. You know, there's sort of this like subtle charisma, but it's not like there's nothing overt about it. There's nothing really loud about it. Just your presence in a situation puts people at ease. You make people feel comfortable. You create an environment for growth. You make people feel safe. That's what's coming through in these cards. And you really are sort of a quiet leader. You know what I mean? You're not bossy or pushy. You just do your thing, and people respond to that. One of the things that's coming through right now is that old saying, if you want to know if you're a leader, look behind you. And I think that you're the type of leader that has never even considered leading. You never look behind you, and you always have people following you. So that's what's drawing them to you. So keep that in mind. There's a very subtle leadership quality about you that's appreciated. Oh, I think you worry. I think you worry. Oh, you're really careful sometimes not to be too big or too loud. Sometimes that is on purpose because you're afraid of being too big and loud. It's almost like you know your own strength, and you have to put a cap on it sometimes. That's coming through here. But you don't fail to tell the truth either. You're honest and direct, and that's really good. All right? I don't think those are your cards. Judgment in reverse. Unless they are, Make sure that Akshat is the right person for you. Okay? Judge that clearly. And don't be afraid to, sometimes I think that you put too much of a lid on it when you know the right thing to do. I think sometimes you button up because you don't want to call attention to yourself or be the leader. And sometimes you're supposed to be the leader. Sometimes you're supposed to be really clear about what's going on. So watch out for that. Thank you for letting me read your cards. Okay. Tarot d'Amour. Okay, Tarot d'Amour, I'm afraid if you put a question in here, I may have passed it because there is sort of a lot going on in the comments today. So if you've already asked me a question, pop it back in for me because I think I missed it. Ana Lopez, I just got on a dating site. No expectations, just getting my feet wet. Right off the bat, I matched with someone seemingly cool and into music and similar values. What should I know about that? Okay. Let's find out. What should Anna know about this person that she matched with on the site? We'd like to know more about this. Ace of Swords in reverse, Judgment in reverse, High Priestess in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Four of Wands upright. Okay, so what you need to know about this is they are not all that they seem. This is definitely a person who might not be communicating their true selves on this dating site, which is not uncommon. I think a lot of people do that. They kind of, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to put everything about you, or are you going to like give some space for people to learn more about you? So you put your best foot forward on these sites. And definitely there's more for you to learn about this person. They are not giving you the full truth. It's funny because it could turn out to be a good thing, but you're going to need the truth of the matter first. And I would go so far as to say they are deliberately hiding information. If you have red flags about this person, listen to them. Don't give up on the website. Don't give up on the dating site because your person is coming. It might be this person, but they got to be honest first. Okay? Follow up on things that you're concerned with about this person. If you think that they're like a really good match, but there's something about them that makes you kind of question it, ask them. Follow up on that. Get the information. Find out the answer. Because some of it might be you thinking that there's a bad reason or the worst case scenario. And if they can offer you an honest answer, that will be cleared up for you. So, you can move forward with this, at least for a little bit, and see what happens. Just make sure that it's constantly at a place of clarity and honesty and direct communication. Like, make them know that they don't need to try to be any kind of person. You're just looking for someone to be themselves. All right. I think that they have a lot of walls up. And it might be hard to break through, but you can give it a shot. Okay. So, but whatever happens, like, you're on course, you're on track for a really good relationship. It's coming your way. I love when that Four of Wands comes out in a romance reading, because it always suggests people in a strong union and a celebration of that union. Really like good stability. Thank you for letting me read your cards. All right, let's see. We had Morgan Bermucci in the room, but she has retracted her message. Sassy. Hi, Sassy. Aditi Shinde. Hey, can you say something about me? It's my first time here. Can you tell me what my stuff is? What your stuff is? Something about you. Aditi Shinde, something about you. What is your stuff? Let's find out. Let's find out. All right, here we go. You're getting out of a situation that was pretty uncomfortable. You have what you need, like if you've been feeling a lack, some scarcity, exclusion, you're getting out of that. You're getting out of isolation. There's a new person coming into your life. This is going to be a good partnership. I can't see the cards. Let me turn it down like that. That's better. Some mornings I get up and the hair is crazy, and we're having a crazy hair day today. So yeah, if you've been feeling lonely or in any way lacking in abundance, you're about to come out of that, and it's going to be because someone's going to enter into your life and really bring out the best in you, and you're going to bring out the best in them. It's going to be a healthy partnership. It could be a romantic partnership, or it could be a business partnership. It could even be a friendship. But someone is coming in, and they're gonna shake things up. Don't. I think that there's a part of you that's going to be afraid to let this person in because you know that it's going to bring with it a change. Don't avoid it. Okay. Don't prevent this change from occurring. This is a good thing coming in for you. Just move forward with it. Move forward with it. Part of the upheaval of the tower when this new person enters into your life, part of the stress of that upheaval is knowing how to handle people that you're walking away from in order to let this new person in, or situations that you're walking away from in order to let this new person in. That's going to be tough to navigate, and at times you're going to get frustrated and you're not going to know how to communicate your feelings. You're not going to know what to say to make this work. But the truth is that you're going to really want to let this in, even if you have to let go of some people from your past or walk away from situations that aren't working. It's going to be worth it. You're going to want to do it, and take advantage of the timing. It's like this is going to come in and you're going to resist it, but you really don't want to resist it, because if you don't take the opportunity, it's going to take a long time for it to come back. You're going to have to try and figure something else out. This is like a solution for you coming in. But you gotta be in it for the long haul. You gotta be willing to walk away from some things that aren't serving you any longer. All right, you're going to have to take leadership of your life and make the decision. Don't assume that if it's good, it's just going to be the default setting that you're going to fall into it. You've got to make it happen. All right, that's going to be really important. You have to make this happen. And that starts by accepting what's coming in and being willing to address the things that aren't working and maybe walk away from some things. All right, so that is your stuff. That is definitely your stuff. I hope that that helps. You're welcome. Sassy Edits. I don't think we've done yours yet. Your career life in general. All right, Sassy Edits. Sassy Edits career. Career up, time for Aquarian. Sassy Edits career. What do we need to know about Sassy Edits career? All right, here we go. 9 of Rods. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse. 5 of Swords in reverse. Knight of Rods upright. Okay, so your career situation right now really needs you to step in and be fully present, okay? It's not time for you to... Are you thinking about quitting? I don't think you're going to want to quit, okay? If you got to, whatever you're working on right now, whether you're looking for, like you have a goal in mind or you're working at a certain company, it's not time to quit whatever that is. You've got to keep going and you got to stop focusing on the negatives. You got to look at all the positives, okay, for whatever the situation is. That applies to your current job. That applies to the way you see yourself as a business owner or an employee, in terms of the opportunities that present themselves. You got to look at things from a more positive perspective. It is not time to quit whatever you are doing right now. And I don't know where on the career, spectrum you are, whether it means looking for a certain kind of work or working at a place or being a business owner, whatever it is, don't quit it. Like, stay the course. If you don't stay the course, you're going to be really disappointed that you miss some opportunities. Okay? Just keep moving forward. This is the Knight of Rods, and that's the Knight of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So really charge ahead. Like, really put your passion into it. Work on things that make you feel inspired, creative, have the gusto, find that in your position, wherever it is, and just act on it. You've got the Knight of Rods followed by the King of Swords. Use that passion and move forward in a straight direction. Okay? Like, really be decisive. Make your decision and act on it. Okay? That's what's coming in for you. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon. Any kind of instability that you might experience is going to be very temporary. Okay? So just keep on going. Don't quit. Don't quit. Thank you for letting me read your cards. Yeah, probably Airy. Oops. Rashmi, yes. I am reading tarot cards. Ah. You're welcome, Stephen. Okay, Rashmi, I have an exam on April 7th, and it's very important. Can you please tell me if I will ace it or not? I'm really stressing. All right, Rashmi, this one's for you. Stressing the exam on April 7th. You got to study more. It's not looking good right now. You got to put more effort into this. You're not going to ace it based on where you are right now. You've got to get focused. There's definitely some things that are confusing about this. You're not getting all of the information clearly. There's something off that's keeping you from fully understanding it, okay? Is there something that you can do? Look for some help. Continue taking steps. You got to act on this. So you're not going to ace it right now. If you were to take that test right now, you would not ace it. You would probably fail it. There's something that's really causing confusion here that you have to get clarity on. So you've got to study more. You got to put more work into it. Talk to somebody. I don't know if it's your mentor or professor or a tutor or someone, but I think you need to pivot a little bit. You got to get different information so that you have a new perspective. The information that you've been studying for this is not giving you the whole picture. So you got to act on that, okay? And I would say start acting on it now, because if you're asking the question, it means you are motivated to do something about it. So don't lose that motivation. Act on it now. Get the clarity that you need. And double check to see if there's something that you think you're right about and you're actually not right about. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You got more work to do. Okay. This reading is saying you're not going to ace it. You have to do more work. I think they're going to throw a monkey wrench. Like if you think that you know, like you've been looking at the study guide and you've been practicing and studying and you're like, I got this, I'm going to be okay. They're going to throw a monkey wrench in there. You need to be prepared for everything. So really focus. Get the clarification. Sassy Edits, I read your cards already. Let me just pull a quick yes, no for this follow-up question. Will I be successful in career till age of 25? High Priestess in reverse. There's some more information for you. There's something you don't know. There might be something else coming in that's going to make you eventually shift. You're not being asked to change anything right now, but keep your eyes open, okay? Keep looking for more information. Going bathtub. Okay, Gracie Singh. Reconciliation with Arshit Shrivasta. Reconciliation? Will there be reconciliation between Gracie and Arshit? Will there be reconciliation between Gracie and Arshit? Things are moving very quickly. Yes, yes, there will be a speedy reconciliation between you and Arshit. You've got the Eight of Wands and then the Ten of Pentacles. This is stability. This is good news. This is really good. Look at you guys there holding each other under this arch of protection and abundance. Yeah, things are looking really good. So reconciliation, yes. Thank you for letting me read your cards. Gracie, just subscribe. Ana Felipa, hi. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for subscribing, Gracie. All right, Benita Bala. All right, I think I'm finally like down at the bottom here. So I'm going to read for Benita Bala. And then Linda 11. And so, okay, Benita Bala, Linda 11, if I've missed you, if I've missed your question, put it in there. Then Ana Felipa, good. So I'm going to do, yeah, Benita Bala, Linda 11, Ana Felipa. If you've already put your question and I've missed it, put your question in again for me. Other than that, I think I'll finish out with Ana Felipa today. Benita Bala, all right. Why does Sean act so perfect and upstanding around my parents, almost feeling like he wants to impress them to get to me? Well, maybe that is why. Let's see. Benita Bala, why does Sean act so perfect and upstanding? I almost feel like he wants to impress them to get to me. Six of Cups in reverse. The Empress in reverse. He's trying to impress your father. And I'm not sure why. I think he looks up to your father and wants to be more like him. Your mother is not impressed. I don't know that it's about getting closer to you, so watch out for that. I think this is more of a self-serving endeavor, where this, and it might not be a negative one. It's like he's looking for stability and he looks up to your father and he wants your father to be sort of his mentor or his guide. And he wants your father to like him. There's something about your father that is important to him, and that's what it is. So, yeah, and he's definitely putting on a front. I think he wants to be a better person. He wants to be more like your father, and he doesn't know how to do that yet. But it's not his true self. But he wants it to be. He really wants it to be. Yeah, he's got some growing up to do. He's got to figure out who he is, and honor the things that he appreciates about himself rather than look to your father for so much. It's like your father is a role model for him. So I don't think it has anything to do with you or your mom. I really think that he's trying to gain the affections of your father, as like a mentor or a role model. Okay? And I'm sure that that, could be a good thing, but he's going to need to be honest with himself about who he really is in the process. Thank you for letting me read your cards. All right, Linda 11. What is my coworker intentions for you? Okay. What are your coworkers' intentions for you, Linda? What is going on there? Coworkers' intentions. Coworkers' intentions for them. If there's a block, let's clear it. Can we clear anything blocking? What do we have permission for here? I think they have really, yeah, okay. So your coworker has these intentions for you: success, safety, harmony, protection, a lot of abundance here. And you even see a family in that picture. So if you have a coworker who you think is interested in you on a romantic level, you could be right. If you think that it's not a romantic level, like maybe you're married already or you already have, like, they have nothing but good intentions for you. Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Like, they want what's best for you. And I don't know if that means they want to have a relationship with you or not, but their intentions are pure. Their intentions are good. All right? So Linda, that's a safe person. Ana Filipa, what will happen between me and Miguel? All right, Ana Filipa, what's going to happen between Ana Filipa and Miguel? Ooh, 2 cups. This is a really good match. I mean, whether it's a romantic match or a friendship match or a partnership of some kind, it's a really good one. You and Miguel have potential for excellent chemistry, really bringing out the best in each other. That's a healthy bonded relationship that can form there. These two people have a great deal of respect for each other. That's you and Miguel. Now, 8 of Cups, and then the Moon in reverse, the Tower in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse. There are some things that could potentially get in the way of you and Miguel. And I would suggest keep coming back. When things stand in the way, understand that those things are going to be temporary and you want to keep returning back to this, okay? See everything clearly. that's going to be, you can't see it, that's going to be your key as you're navigating things that, you know what it is? You're thinking that you should walk away from this, and you're not listening to your highest good here. That's going to cause problems. You should not walk away from this. If you walk away from this, you're going to end up causing unnecessary trouble, and then you're going to return back to this situation anyway, because it is a good one, you and Miguel. All right? So just keep your thoughts clear. Don't get in your own way. All right? Don't get in your own way. This is a really good thing. You're a little unsettled by it. You're a little nervous about it. Yeah, you're stronger together. You're stronger together, and the two of you could have a really solid future together, no matter in any sort of respect. Like whether it's romantic or not, like this person is supposed to be in your life. You're supposed to be assisting each other. So do that. Don't get in your own way. Okay? It's a good thing. Benita Bala. Benita Bala? Your mom is hard to impress. Hey, Destiny, you, how are you? All right, guys. I hope I've gotten to everyone. Destiny, you, I don't think I've had much for you this week. I haven't seen you very much this week. If you have a question, pop it in now, and I will take care of you before I go, and then you'll be the last one, unless I miss someone. Pop your question in there, Destiny, you, and I will read for you, and then I'm going to take off. I'm going to go do other things and let you guys go have a wonderful day. This week has been hectic. Am I being too harsh on my ex or saying what needs to be said? Wow. That's such a beautiful question, because that can be so tricky to navigate. Like sometimes we know that we need to say the things that need to be said, but are we being harsh? Is it coming from a place of, you know, a personal issue, or is it really something that needs to be said? All right, let's find out. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Temperance in reverse, the World. Nine of Rods in reverse, Knight of Swords upright, Five of Cups, Four of Swords. Okay, so yes, something does need to change. Whatever the behavior is needs to change. But I think that it's one of those things where you've got to pick the right way to communicate it. You don't want to be too harsh with your words, but you do want to be direct. You shouldn't sugarcoat anything. This Knight of Swords suggests that sugarcoating is going to be a problem. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is suggesting that you want to make sure you are addressing the issue at hand and not sugarcoating anything, you know, like really look at what you're dealing with. You need clarity, right, for what you're dealing with. And you need them to have the clarity. So you're not wrong in your assessment, You're not being too harsh in your assessment. You're right about it, and it does need to be communicated. But you do want to, you don't want to harp on anything. It's like you want to say something directly without any anger or resentment or judgments attached to it, right? Because you don't want this person to get defensive. You want them to hear your message. You've got to convey the message. And then once you say it, leave it. Don't keep harping on it. Don't keep bringing it back up. You know, if they bring it up, if they do the thing again, then maybe a direct, short reminder like, hey, this is what's happening, you know? But there can't be any character judgments on this. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or make them feel devalued. You just want the issue to be addressed. So, yeah, you're right. They might not respond right away. That's sort of a possibility. But you can only do so much. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? That's what's coming through in this reading. So yeah, Destiny, that's your guidance today, is to be direct. You're not wrong in your assessment, but you want to make sure that you're not making them feel misjudged or judge their character or anything like that. I keep on ending up getting another person in the room, and I don't want to miss anyone, especially since yesterday was short. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. I am going to read for Aria the vocalist, and then I'm going to close it out. So Aria the vocalist, is Josh going to stay in silent toward me? Okay, is Josh going to stay in silence toward you? Aria the vocalist. Destiny, you, thank you for letting me read your cards. I hope things get easier. Sometimes things get challenging. You're very welcome. Is Josh like giving you the silent treatment? Hey Preeta, how are you? Just so you know, I have been on for a little while, and I'm doing the last reading right now for Aria the vocalist. So I thank you for joining us today. If you have a question, please come back on Monday so I can answer it for you. All right, so yes, Josh is giving you the silent treatment. Are they going to stop doing that, or are they going to continue? Eight of Cups in reverse, Strength in reverse, Ace of Swords. Okay, this is your opportunity to understand the truth about Josh. If you've been thinking about going off on in your own direction or walking away from Josh, it's going to be hard. But you really need to see the truth of this situation. I don't know that you want to go. It's time for a change. Okay, this behavior is, a lot is said in silence. You got to figure out how it's making you feel. You've got to do a little bit of internal work and see how it makes you feel when you're getting the silent treatment. All right. There's some defensiveness going on. There's some mishandling of the situation. I think that something was rushed into, and that's maybe why the silent treatment is happening, or there was a jumping to conclusions sort of thing that's caused a problem. But there's truth to be found in this situation. And I think that in order for you to get that, you've got to be willing to be vulnerable and ask for the truth, okay? Let go of your defenses and see what happens. All right, it's a weird vibe coming through, because I'm feeling like there's some lack of maturity. There's a controlling issue coming from Josh giving you the silent treatment. I also think it's because they don't know how else to respond right now. Like they don't know what to say or how to act. They're feeling vulnerable and defensive. Um, they don't want to jump to making mistakes. Something has to change. There has to be clear communication. So you might need to be the one to say, hey, look, you've been giving me the silent treatment. Let's talk this out. Let's get this all on the table. Don't be attached to you and Josh, okay? Make a commitment to having clear communication and getting the truth out, all right? Just make that commitment, but don't commit to you and Josh working, getting together, talking again, or the opposite. Like that, Josh is not the commitment. The truth is the commitment, okay? And I don't know that Josh is going to just open up and do that. I don't think that they're feeling secure enough to do that. And I think that they are trying to gain control over the situation by giving you the silent treatment. So if you want the truth, you got to ask for it. You got to demand it. All right, Geeta, Kamal, I know that you're in here asking questions. I'm so sorry. I just did the last reading for today. I will be back on Monday for Earth Magic Monday. So please come back and give me your question again on Monday. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for putting up with some of the noisy peanut gallery today that had some, things that weren't so nice to say. It's okay. I hope no one was too offended by some of that negative commentary that was coming through today. Don't let it get you down. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you Monday. Thanks again for being here.